Hey there, Jed Coburnis here from jedcoburnis.com, and this is Talk Therapy, where the first 5 minutes is me versus my ego, second 5 minutes is me with my ego, and the third 5 minutes is just me. I shortened it up from 30 minutes to 15 minutes because, man, am I getting really good at speaking for my truth and getting really into just tapping into who I am, knowing exactly what I am. And this is where it is. I just kind of come here and I talk out loud, or I think out loud. We always talk out loud, but we always think out loud. And this is what it does, I just continuously talk with no, right there it was, right? So if I pause, and if it's an intentional pause, awesome. But if it's not, and I go or it just means my ego. For me, right? Did a little stutter there, love it. For me, it's just, if there's an or an or a pause, non-intentional pause, it is just my ego going, no, don't say anything dumb. So this is just an awesome practice to get that ego to go away, to kill my ego, that ego, and by ego I mean second voice, right? You always got a voice in your head that tells you do this and don't do that, and you don't know how, and and too many of us listen to that voice. So daily practice to get rid of that voice. And most of the time I don't have any idea what I'm going to talk about. I have zero idea what I'm going to talk about. I just hit record because I just need it. Talk therapy is something that has been around for years and years and years, but conventionally you usually go to, a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever it be, and go to there and go do that. And if you go to that, sometimes it has the stigma of being, right? He's kind of nuts. No way. If you need some formal talk therapy, go for it. Go do it. No judgment by me. And I'm literally talking to myself like I would talk. I'm talking to myself into, a phone. But I mean, for the most part, it just comes down to, if I need it, I'm going to go to it. I'm going to go get formal therapy. But if I don't need it, that's fine, right? This is my way of therapy. And anyone can do this. Anyone. I just put it out there just in case anybody would find value in it. And that's okay if they don't. If nobody would ever hear this ever, I have zero expectations of anybody listening. This is just for me. But it's also for you. Because everything that I do is for value. Value of my experience, value of my understanding. So yeah, that took me 3 minutes to explain what talk therapy was, what I do. That's funny because eventually it won't take that long. But it's funny also is I've gotten really good at shutting that ego out. It used to take me all of 10 minutes to get that ego to go away, and now it takes me about 3 minutes because I hit 3 minute mark and I can feel it now. I can feel like I know exactly that I'm in my center, right? I'm in my truth. I'm in my heart, and that's where you talk from. Talk therapy, tapping into your truth. Kyle Cease, it's where I learned it from. That's where you talk from. And can you imagine your life, what that would look like if you always just operated and went and created and lived from your truth? I would say Tony Robbins does that. He's pretty dang good at it. I would say Oprah is pretty dang good at it. And those are some major names there to know that's pretty much where they live. It's just in their truth, in their center, in their heart. So yeah, I can just feel it nowadays to where if I know I'm talking and operating and creating from my center and my truth, man, it's really easy. It's really easy. And to just continue to be in that truth is a big deal to me. I'm cranking out blog posts right now, left and right, mainly because I am in this truth. I am in this understanding of my purpose and what I'm brought to this earth to do. So, I'm just jacked. I'm always excited. No matter what I'm doing, I'm always excited. There are things that we don't want to do. There are things that we don't like to do. And there are things that, actually you don't have to do. Isn't that nuts? There are things in this world that you don't have to do. But our brain continuously tells us that we do. So it is just a constant evolution, a constant growth pattern. Like, what would happen if you didn't do the one thing that you didn't want to do? What's the number one thing that you don't want to do? I would say for me, I don't want to crave sugar, right? For me, for sure. I don't want to crave sugar. And I do every now and again. But I don't want to. I don't want to crave sugar. I don't want to be, like, oh man, I just want to eat that. I just want to eat ice cream. I don't want to crave it. And if there was if I could change that, and I can. What's cool about that is I can, and I have. What's really cool about it is I have. I have done the physiology show now, 2 episodes. Right there, did you hear that? Because I don't want to say the wrong thing. 2 episodes now, and the first episode I ate ice cream. Second episode I ate cake. Third episode, I don't know what I'll eat, but it's going to be something wild like that. And I think that's kind of the thing, is you can eat whatever you want. You are in control of who you are. But what if you could live like at one moment to every moment that you didn't have to do something, right? Like we all have to do stuff. So like not wanting sugar. Because sugar's in everything. This morning I ate almond butter on 2 pieces of bread, right? Sometimes I eat rice cakes. Actually, most of the time I eat rice cakes. So today I put it on pieces of bread, and holy moly, there's a massive amount of difference with sugar content when it comes to rice cakes and bread. Massive amount. Just by the taste. Like, I didn't really even need almond butter on that piece of bread because there's so much sugar within the bread. And I'm not getting down on bread and carbs and sugars and all that. I'm just saying, like, these small choices that we make have a massive impact on our day. Because I chose that, and then I put some more in my lunchbox. Like, I put 3 more pieces of bread with almond butter on, in my lunchbox, and here I am. Like, that's crazy. So now for the rest of the day, then now I have that. I actually look forward to it, but there's a lot more sugar in those things. And that's the awareness that I have now. And I'm just grateful for it. And literally, I'm talking to myself, so this is just talk therapy, talking out loud, being grateful, being understanding, and being aware. And I think that sometimes we get caught up in some kind of in the details with what's happening. And what do I mean by that? I don't know. And I love that I don't know. I mean, this is literally just me talking, right? Me thinking out loud, just talking and tapping into my truth and not really worrying about what I sound like. And this is cool. Like, this is the coolest part of me doing this, is sometimes it makes sense and sometimes I don't. And that's okay. And that is 100% okay. And some days I know where I'm going and some days I don't. But I know one thing, at the end of the day, is God's got my back. And that's all I gotta say. And was on that, like, if anybody, if anybody wants to believe in God, that's fine. If you believe in the universe, that's fine. Like, believe in what you want to believe in. I just believe in God, and that's just me. But that's what it is having enough confidence to stand up for something. I think that's really where I'm going today, anyway, is confidence. Yeah. Yep, that's what feels good. I intend, because I'll write this, I write it every day. I write my intentions for the day down. And today, I intend to feel confident. I do, because I'm confident in what I'm doing and how I'm going about it. You know, and looking up stuff that is relevant to my work, my life's work. Not just necessarily my day job, but my life's work. Learning and loving and living, right? The 3 L's. Learning, loving, and living. If you're not learning, you're just being, right? If you're not loving, you're probably hating. And if you're not living, you're probably dying, right? Like, there it is. That's today's. Learning, loving, and living. Isn't that funny that it takes 5 minutes for me to get warmed up, to get out of, kill my ego, 5 minutes to be with my ego, and 5 minutes to just be. And today's topic is definitely learning, loving, and living. Learn new things every day. Love what you're doing and love yourself. Actually, just flip that around. Love yourself and love what you're doing, and live. Because if you think about it, like, this is a backwards way of thinking, and this is actually a very positive way to think about it. Every day that goes by, you're dying, right? You live for the first 15 to probably 30 years of your life, and everything past that, your body starts to degrade. Your body starts to shut down slowly. And that's okay. Make the best of it. You get one time. You get one shot at this. You get one shot. That's it. Learning, loving, and living. Learn something new every day. Love yourself. Love others. Love what you're doing. And live. Live your life like there's no tomorrow, but plan for 30 years from now. Talk about what 30 years from now looks like. If that's not comfortable, start talking about what a week from now looks like. Learn, love, and live. Learning, loving, and living. That's a big deal. That is a huge deal. Because if you're not learning, you're only getting dumber, right? You're not learning new things, you're not a leader. Loving, if you're not loving, you're probably hating. Probably putting a lot of hate out there. And as far as living, live, right? Be. Just be. Like, just live your life. Don't worry about everything else in this world. Because if you're not living, you're only dying. And I know I'm repeating this, and that's okay. I'm telling myself this. Live your life. Because if you're not going to live your life, you're just going to die. You're just dying your life, right? Like, you're just wasting your life. And who wants to do that? That is not your purpose. That is not God's purpose. That is not any kind of purpose to just die. You want to live. You want to live your life. Live your life with purpose. Live on purpose. How about that? That's a big deal. That is a huge deal. And how do you do that? First, it starts with you. It starts with yourself. It starts with knowing exactly who you are, exactly what you do, exactly what your purpose is. And how do you get to that? You ask. You ask yourself, who do I need to be the person that I have always wanted to be? Who do I need to be the person that I was meant to be? How about that? Who do I need to be the person that I was meant to be? Because your body acts like Google. You ask it something, your mind, you ask it something, and it will give you the answer. Just like Google, you just got to ask the right questions. And that is how you do it. So with that, if you're looking for a newsletter that will give you motivation, give you massive amount of value, and just a little bit of hope here and there, because that's what I provide, head to jedcoburness.com/newsletter. Put your name and email in, and I'll see you on the other side with a massive amount of information to learn how to live, what was it again, right? See, and that's what I am. This is just who I am. It's love, live. Yep, I don't even remember the third one. And that's just me being real. That's no joke. That's just me being real. But I'll see you on the other side with those 3 things that I was talking about today. And as always, if you are willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.